Just one quick thing to say. This is my disclaimer. Anytime that I show you an item that is more of a splurge item, remember, portion control is important. Only have it for that one day, and make sure you only have a serving size of it. Tip, big and important tip: if you make a big batch of brownies, cookies, anything like that, make sure you're buying Ziploc bags, sandwich bags. Put a serving size in each Ziploc bag, put it into your freezer, and then you can thaw it out the morning of or the night before your splurge day, so that you can have one portion size of those cookies or those brownies or that piece of cake. Just remember, portion control is so important so that you don't lose everything that you've worked for. Okay, everybody, so I'm very sorry for being so short on my strawberry cake recipe video. It's because I was trying to make it and do it quick, because we were getting ready to leave for our trip. We haven't been on vacation anyway for a year and a half because of the pandemic. Once it broke out, we didn't go nowhere, so we just were really wanting to get out. So anyway, so I thought today would be fun to show you and go a little bit slower and so you can enjoy this video a little bit more. I am doing a raspberry cake today. So we pretty much almost ate up all the strawberry lemon cake, just so you know. So a lot of people use white cake when they make raspberry cake, because you have to add your own flavoring to it to turn it into raspberry cake. You cannot find raspberry cake mix, okay? So thing is, me and my husband do not care for white cake, so I decided I'm going to try it with yellow cake. My wedding cake was not a white cake, it was yellow cake, and my husband was fine with it because he prefers yellow cake too. So we're going to start out with the base of Ready Cockers Super Moist Yellow Cake. Since you cannot find raspberry pudding, I got raspberry jello to put in the mix. And then I got what is called super strength flavorings. And in the middle is raspberry flavoring. So I'll put a few drops of it in the cake mix as well as in the icing. Okay, to make a real raspberry cake, raspberry torte cake, raspberry cake, it has actual liquor in it. So it doesn't come out right unless you use it. So I looked up the different liquors you can use, and most of them did not come up with raspberry wine. It was Bailey's stuff or vodka or something like that. So what I ended up choosing is raspberry vodka, this brand of raspberry vodka. So anyway, and that will be going probably into the icing. So let's get started and let's make some cake together. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. I might be putting my first travel video together, and I don't know if it'll be good or not, but I will try, because I might have to do a lot of editing so I can get some music in there for you so it's not so boring. So there's going to be parts where there's going to be video clips, and then there's going to be parts where it's going to be slideshow of pictures. This is how I'm going to do it. So it's going to be a mesh up. So there's going to be times you're going to wish you had the volume up so you could hear what I'm saying or hear the sounds in the video. And then there's other times when there's just going to be, like I said, a slideshow of pictures. I don't know if I'm going to get it worked out right. We'll have music where the slideshow of pictures is or not. It depends on how good I am at putting this together. So anyway, so you might want to watch for that, and you get to see where we have gone this weekend. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. Sorry, I was finishing setting up. And I don't know about you, but I like to bake. I'm not good. I watch some of these recipe videos and stuff. Not as good as they are. My main thing is more of the fitness side. I feel like my workout videos, my mom even says, are out of every video I do is the best. So yeah, this is not my genre right here. But I still like to share it with you guys because I think it's fun for you just once in a while. Something different for me. So we have to use 1 cup of water. Let me get out my measuring cups. Like I said, I just got back from vacation today, and I actually did, as you've seen, make a cake for our trip. So anyway, I'm trying to get myself back together here. Okay, so we need 1 cup of milk, because I never use water. Anybody who's watched me before knows this. I always use my husband's lactose milk, because my husband is lactose intolerant. But I also prefer milk over water, because it just makes it a little richer and adds a little bit more flavor to it. So I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that does this way, I would think, but I'm not. And then we need 1/2 cup of oil. So let's see if I have enough coconut oil for this, because I prefer to use coconut oil. It's a little bit healthier oil. If I have to, I'll sub the rest of it for vegetable oil, but I don't want to. Yes, I do. I got enough. Yahoo! Okay. 1/2 cup of oil. I got it. I'm happy. Okay. Now we get to put in the Jell-O. We got to put in 3 eggs, if I'm not mistaken. I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. It's having a wonderful day today. It's Monday. Well, no, actually it's Tuesday. See, that's what happens when you go on vacation. You forget what day it is. I'm happy because I don't go back to my real job till Thursday. I mean Friday. And I cannot wait. I'm just so happy to not be at work right now. And it makes me very happy not to have to be at work. And I'm going to put this is my first time trying this, guys. So I've never used a super strong concentrate, so I'm nervous about this. But I have to use extra measures to get this to work right. So since this is super concentrated, I'm going to take just about this much in this cap. Don't know if you can see. I filled it about to here because I'm afraid I'm putting too much in, because I've never used one of that strong of flavoring before and I don't want to mess that up. So here we go. Put in my 3 eggs and beat her up, and then we'll get her done. This part will be done anyways. What do you guys think? Should I put in a tablespoon of vodka in with it as well? So I have the vodka flavor in the raspberry flavor in the cake as well as in the icing. Might be a good idea. What do you guys think? Now, I'm going to tell you, this is my very first try in making raspberry cake. Raspberry cake is very hard to get down to a science because, like I said, you can't cheat with it. You have to come up with figuring out how to find different raspberry flavors out there. Raspberry liquors. Experiment with different raspberry liquors. You have to experiment with different things like the raspberry jellos. You have to experiment with raspberry flavoring. And to get the exact right concoction is hard. So like I said, I only used a half a cupful of a super strong flavoring because this is my very first time doing it. And, you know. So I'm hoping that I really like this. I really would like to hear from somebody who is really genuinely big on baking and bakes all the time, because I would love to see what they would say to me if you should, the next time I think you should try this, try that, and just tweak it a little bit with this. I want to see what they would say because, yeah, I don't do it very often. All right, you guys, I'm going to try it. I'm going to put in 1 capful of raspberry vodka in here. 1 capful. That's all I'm going to do. So try to add to the flavoring. Mix it really well. I already mixed it some. Just last minute, I was like, you know what? You don't know until you try it, right? Okay, here we go. Let me go get it put in the pan. And here we go. Just, and I want you to see, can you see? The jello, raspberry jello I put in there, and the raspberry flavoring has given my cake, my yellow cake has now been changed to raspberry red looking cake mix. Oh, I'm so excited. This is my first time making it. I hope this turns out good. I'm kind of nervous because I'm going to use vodka in the icing. So, yeah. I just don't want the alcohol flavor to be too strong. But I'm going to use 2.5 cupfuls of, like I normally do, powdered sugar, and then only about 6 tablespoons to 10 tablespoons of the vodka, so that should help with the sweetness part. So it'll be more sweet than alcoholic flavored. Oh, this is going to be, I don't know, I'm already excited about this cake, you guys. So I'm hoping it turns out really, really good. Alright, so now she's ready for me to put into the oven. Just going to make sure that she's even everywhere in the pan, in that corner, that's still in the corner. I see where she's not wanting to go. Okay. Alright, here we go. Gotta put her in the oven. See you in a bit. Alright, you're going to hear my voice more than you're going to see me at this point. Okay, so in order to make the icing, what we're going to need, in order to make the icing, as well as to get the icing in the cake correctly, if you've seen my lemon cake video, and then you will know about what I'm about to do. I didn't get to show you at the end of my strawberry lemon cake video, but I will show you today. I'm taking time today to make sure I do everything, all the steps correctly for you. And you will need a meat fork. You will need the raspberry super concentrated flavoring. You will need powdered sugar, and you are going to need the raspberry vodka in order to make this icing. Okay, so first of all, what we're going to do is go ahead and start mixing it, because right now the cake has about 8 minutes left, and this might solidify the first time around. If it does, that's fine. The second round will be more liquidy, and the reason why is because I don't know if the cake will be ready yet at the end of the 8 minutes. I may have to cook it a little bit longer. My point is that I would rather cook it on the lower side and then keep checking it so it doesn't burn. And also I need to put, this is the very big key to this kind of icing and the way you do these cakes. The way that you want to make these cakes that I like to make, you have to put the icing on when it's super hot. So that means as soon as it comes out of the oven, that is when you get the holes in the cake and you get the icing spread on there. If you do not do it immediately after, it will not sink into the cake like it's supposed to give the extra flavoring and extra sweetness. So this is the reason why I'm making it so that it's ready to pour on as soon as the cake comes straight out of the oven. Okay, so here we go. Okay, let's make the icing together and get ready for this baby to come out. And this is the messy part. Okay. I have not figured out how to do this without making a huge mess yet. Honestly. So, no lie. Alright, there's 1 cup. I'm going to do another half cup. And I usually make 2 batches of icing. We learned after the lemon cake, we like the flavoring and we like it extra sweet. And so I do 2 batches of the icing instead of just 1. Because the first batch sinks into the cake. You don't know you have any icing, so if you're okay with it sinking into the cake and just barely knowing there's icing there, then you will be fine with only 1 batch of icing. But if you're like me and my husband, and you want to taste the icing, I'm gonna have to sweep my floor. Yay me. Okay. Then you're going to make 2 batches of icing. All right. So, and I'm cleaning myself afterwards too. Apparently, it's okay. Baking is always messy for me. I'm surprised I'm not wearing a whole bunch of powdered sugar all over the front of me right now. But I'm not. I don't know how in the heck I'm getting away with that. Alright. So, basically, you're going to do 2 capfuls of the super concentrated flavoring. And that's about all I'm going to want to do because this is supposed to be super, super, super strong. But this should get the job done and make the icing taste like raspberries. And here we go. Now the fun thing about vodka, and have you ever tried putting cotton candy in alcohol? It melts immediately. So I'm really anxious to see how this goes. I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, it better not melt this. Alright, but I'm hoping that it actually liquefies real well. Oh, yeah, I can smell the alcohol. Yeah, you should be able to with vodka, right? Okay. So I'm going to stir it really good. Yeah, and the cool thing is that the concentrate of the raspberry, yeah, that's awesome because it's definitely got, can you see it? Oh yeah, you can see it. Can you see the pink in there? So it's so cool because the raspberry concentrate actually gives it a little bit of a pink look. I'm going to add just a couple more. Trust me, this will be fine. So now I have now officially put 8 tablespoons of vodka in my icing. Now remember, it goes in while it's still piping hot. So there's a good chance that some of the alcohol is going to evaporate out of this icing, but it's going to leave behind the raspberry flavoring that is in the vodka. I cannot wait to try this. You guys, I'm really excited about making this cake, if you have not figured that out yet. Okay. So, I will probably do a taste test later. I may do it as a short because it's kind of fun doing the shorts. I noticed that people like the shorts. So, I may do it as a short instead of adding it to the video. But I will let you know how we like this cake. Okay, yay! I love it. It's gonna go pour on so easy. It is definitely very runny. I'm liking it. There we go. I want you to see how runny this is. Oh, it's gonna go down so deep into that cake so easily. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so give me a few minutes and I will show you how it goes in. Yay! It's out! And look at her, she's beautiful. I think I've cooked her just perfect. And she just pulled away from the edges. And I think I got her out at just the right time. You can see the steam is rolling from the cake. So then, like I said, you got to do it while she's still piping hot. So let's get these holes in here and let's get her going. Oh, I'm so excited. And bad thing about, you kind of got to be careful. See, I just ripped it just a little bit. One thing is, sometimes you want to be gentle. At the same time, you want to be fast. That, I don't know if that makes any sense, because since it's still setting up, it just came out of the oven, you can easily tear this cake apart by mistake. You just seen I did. So make sure you're very, very careful with it when you're doing this, okay? So here we go. Hold on, the spoon. It's pouring out just the way I want it to. Oh my goodness. Yes. It's going to sink in so deep into that cake. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to put that over here. Just a minute. Okay, right at the moment, it looks like all the minutes getting icing in the middle, correct? Because, oh, yeah. But I'm going to make another one. I'm going to make more icing. It's sinking in really good because of that spot I tore. Okay, let's get some more going here. I'll turn off the oven now. This cake's done. By the way, it's in we live in Illinois, and it is snowing outside. And it's April. I'm like, what in the world? I'm telling you, living in the Midwest is always so much fun. Here's the weather. You never know what it's going to be like. And so we headed home at the right time, because what we did is the trip that we took, we went hiking, and it was perfect weather for hiking. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to use the whole rest of this powdered sugar, I think, because I think we're going to need it for this one. Okay, again, 2 capfuls of flavoring. Because I'm like, man alive, because I made that little hole. I'm going to make sure I put the second batch along the edges. And I pour it in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My husband did come in for a minute because his hobby is to play with the cars. He's outside playing with the cars right now, but he did come in to get water to clean the car. And when he did, he was telling me how good the cake was smelling. And so he's really excited too, because he says it smells really, really good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Only around the edges. That's where this one is going to go. And then in the middle. I'm making sure that every bit of this cake gets covered in icing. Like I said, I may make the 3rd batch on this one just because of how this went. Okay, I did the 2nd batch of icing super fast, so okay, this is probably gonna no, not as bad as I thought it would. Let's see if I can do this. Oh yeah, I can. Oh my gosh, this is sinking completely inside the cake. I have never, ever seen this icing go in this good before. So I think the key is to use a little bit of liquor in your icing. Because that's absolutely amazing how well it's just sunk in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to use the last of the powdered sugar and finish it up. Check it out, guys. I'm not going to even measure it. I'm just going to put it in. Because this, I've never seen it sink in that good. Never. This is, I think, the best one I've ever made. When it comes as far as that's concerned. Oh, and now I'm officially wearing icing. Ha ha ha. I knew I was going to at one point or another. But that's amazing. Amazing. So I figured out what I need to do from now on. So I just need to mix alcohol with it. If I want it to look the right way. Alright. And pour this almost in the middle, but not quite in the middle. The last time around, because it's sinking in so good. I've never seen it sink in that good. I mean, it sunk in really good when I did the lemon one. I know you've watched my lemon one. You'll see it sunk in pretty darn good. But not as good as this one. This is the best I've ever seen it sink in. What I'm hoping for is that it's not, that the alcohol will evaporate just a little bit. Okay, we're going to spread you like this. Make sure I get a good coating of icing all over the cake, not just in spots. Okay. Bad thing is, I usually taste my icing. I didn't taste it this time, you guys. So that's the scary part. I don't know how this tastes. So here you're ready for me. Let's do a taste test together and let's see if I cringe. I'm surprised. Raspberry flavor isn't super strong. When it's just the right amount. And the alcohol is not overpowering. It's actually very smooth tasting. So there you go. Here is my raspberry cake. Whatever you do, keep moving, keep eating healthy. Don't give up on yourself. Have sports days like this. Don't think that you can, it means that you're not able to keep going, because you are. You'll be able to keep going. You got this. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check me out on my Facebook, my TikTok, and my Instagram. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And I cannot wait for this to settle in so we can actually have a piece of cake. And I might have a White Russian, since I actually have vodka in my house right now.